सद्गुरु श्री गजानन महाराज की जय. Namaskar. I am Atul Kokardekar. I feel blessed to present the English pothi of Shri Gajanan Maharaj. With Maharaj's blessings, I hereby start. Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj ki jai. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Almighty, omniscient protector of all. Adorned by many names, Nilkanta, Gangadhar, Mahakal. Bless me Trambakeshwar, Omkar. You and God Vishnu are one. Water by any other name, taste nectar. You both are one and the only entity. Devotees may call you by various names. You bless everyone who perceives you as one. A mother never differentiates amongst her children. I am just an innocent child. Bless me with a kind smile to fulfill my dreams under the wish-fulfilling tree. It was Akshaya Tritiya, a festival day, 3rd of Vaishakh, falling in the month of May. The day is very precious for Vidarbha people, where they offer a pitcher of water to their ancestors. The Sant was having fun with neighborhood children at the residence of Bankatlal when he asked one of the boys to fill tobacco in his pipe and get some light for it to ignite. The pipe was filled, but there was no fire inside. Not at Bankatlas, who suggested them Janki Ram. Janki Ram was a goldsmith there. All goldsmiths ignite fire in the morning. It's essential for their routine. The children went to the goldsmith and asked him for an ignited piece. Janki Ram was furious. He refused to give fire on a day so precious as Akshaya Tritiya auspicious. The children said, "Don't be superstitious. We required it to light the pipe of Santa Pius." Janki Ram turned down the request. "I don't recognize him as a Santa. He has no caste or creed. He eats from anyone's hands, smokes tobacco and heroin. He remains bareheaded, drinks dirty water and behaves crazily. Bankatlal is crazy to go after him. If his son, he can start a fire for himself with his supernatural powers, as did Jalandhar, who used to ignite fire for his smoking pipe. Don't stand here. Better go away. You won't get any flame for that lunatic Sant. I don't care at all." The children returned and told the Sant of the entire conversation. The Sant flashed a smile and picked up his pipe. He asked Bankatlal to get a matchstick and hold it over the tobacco. Bankatlal did it and was surprised to see the pipe burning bright. This is what happened with the Sant of grace. At Janakirama's place, it was something else. He hosted a feast on this festival day for the guests and relatives all the way. Tamarind curry is essential for Akshaya Tritiya, as neem leaves chutney for Gudi Padwa. Guests saw worms in the curry. They felt nauseous and left the place in hurry. Jankiram was disturbed. How could this be? A tamarind was fresh and the seeds worm-free. It occurred to him that it was his blunder in refusing fire for the pipe to the seer. It is because of his ear the feast went heavier. Sant Gajanan is as pure as water of Ganga. I talk lowly of him. Oh, what a disgrace! He is a king amongst all rulers. I called him a beggar. He is a seer, knowing past, present and future. Janki Ram hurried to Bankat's place, realizing his mistake, and fell prostrate in front of the Sant. He begged pardon of the Sant Shri Gajanan. "I beg to be a pardon." Janki Ram said, "I failed to understand that you are the deity in our Shegao city. My mind is now clear, and I earn any punishment you think I deserve. Bring in the curry. Where are the worms?" They all look in. The preparation was clear. It was surprised people around saw the miracle and bowed down to the sea. On a hot summer day in the month of Jeshta, Chandumukhi, a devotee, was amongst people who surrounded the sun. They offered him flowers, sandalwood paste, mangoes, and pears. He said he wanted them not expect the two cannelons kept in the earthen pot. At the house of Mukin, Chandumukin was shocked, as in his recollection there was nothing left from the past month's preparation. He told the sons there was nothing left from the Akshatritiya lot. If you so like, I will ask my wife to fry a few fresh ones. The son said, No, I want only those in the pot. Go search for them and bring the pieces to me. The devotees too said the same thing. Chandu went home and told his wife, There is nothing left. Let me make them fresh, said she. Search for them in the earthen pots, stacked in the corner. Then she remembered of two pieces, lying unnoticed in the earthen jug. They are stale, maybe with mildew. I don't think they will do. Chandu and his wife were amazed to notice that they were fresh. Chandu took them to the Sant. To the surprise of all, he ate them as did Shri Ram Shabri's offerings. In the village of Chincholi near Shegaon lived a Brahmin named Mahadev. He was 60, looked weak for his age. He had misused his youth in mundane pleasures. No force on earth can change the destiny of a man. Madhav lost his wife and children and was now alone in the claim. He lost interest in living, sold all his property, and regretted that in his youth he never remembered divinity. He begged pardon of God again and again and asked for his blessings to save him from his pain. Full of repentance, he came to Santa Gajanan, squatted at his door, chanting God's name. The Santa watched him for a day and said, Whatever you are doing is not appropriate. It is like getting a doctor after the patient's death or trying Nupital knot at an older age. Things should be done at the proper time. Don't start digging a well when the house is on fire. For fruitful results, do things in time. You toil all the while for folks that left you alone. You wasted time on goals material, forgetting those that are perpetual. You have to accept results. There is no escape. Now be reasonable. Come back to your sense. Devotees present advised him too, but he ignored them all and kept chanting the name of God at the entrance of the hall. As night approached and it was pitch dark, Sri Gajanan tried a trick. He changed himself into the god of death and rushed to Madhav to stop him breath. Madhav was scared. His heart thumped weird. He started running away. The Sant rebelled himself and loudly said, Is this how much strong you are? I have shown you just a glimpse of the house of death. You are its fare. You can't run away from there. Spare me from all that hell and from this earthly life too, said Madhav. This is my last request to you. You have shown me the sight of hell. Don't send me there. Please give me heavenly bliss. I am fully aware of my sins, but I know if you wish, you can rid me of them all. I am fortunate to be at your feet because of some good deeds of past. How could someone who meets a sant ever go to hell? Keep singing the name of God. Your death is not very far. Yet, if you still want to live, I will extend your lifespan. To this Madhav said, No, I have enough. So be it, said the Sant. You will not be born again. Thus went the secret talk, hard to describe, Madhav stopped breathing. People around started guessing that it was because of his fasting. Madhav died at the feet of Sant and finally escaped the cycle of birth and death. Once the Maharaj expressed a desire to listen to Vedic scriptures sung by learned by Brahmin priests. He asked devotees to get them there. They said such scholars are not available anywhere near. Make arrangements for the return and awaited their arrival. Happy were the devotees. They collected 100 rupees in preparation of the Vedic celebrations. A team of learned Brahmins arrived the next noon. They delivered the Vedas for the Santa and were offered Dakshina. Before they went, God fulfills Sant's desire. With such a rectile, Bankatsa's family celebrates this day every year. Let this prayer show the path of devotion to the readers. Thus ends chapter 4. Sadhguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj ki Jai. This English pothi was translated by Sri Shankar Pandit. Please share this video so that maximum devotees can avail Maharaj's blessings.